I had a coaching client once who, yeah, definitely shared with me some insights and perspectives on their on their business, right? So we were looking at their business. We were talking about some of the ways that they could take their business to the next level. We're looking at missed opportunities. We're looking at, different things that they had going on. It was kind of an audit of sorts that we were doing, taking a look at their brand, providing them information and insight and perspective, looking at different stories, looking at different creator journeys, different things like that, that we thought could help shape what they were creating, help shape what they were providing, give them insight and clarity on their value proposition, their target audience. And one of the things that I thought was interesting was the more information we gave the client, the more inclusive and more well-rounded the solution that they were putting together became. And I had this conversation with my kids recently. We were talking about this whole concept of having the most amount of information to be able to make the decision off of. So I would ask my son and daughter, whenever they say to me, I think it's this and this and this, and I would say to them, how can you stop thinking and start knowing? How can you go from thinking to knowing? How can you go from I'm hoping it's this way, I guess it's this way, to this is the way, this is the information? They were like, well, in order to go from think to know, you have to ask the right questions. You have to have more information. And in order to get more information, you have to ask the right questions, or you have to go where the information is already being gathered. And I always think that that's a very interesting analogy. I think is an interesting turn of phrase. I think is an interesting scenario to consider when we're talking about content, because there is a lot of guessing. Just put a hand raise emoji if you're watching this live, or if you're watching on replay, put a hand raise emoji in the chat. Put a comment with a hand raise emoji if you feel like there's components of your strategy that you're still feeling your way around in the dark. You're not 100% sure of what that best next step is. You're guessing. And I'm going to be clear. I'm not trying to throw shade on guessing. I think that guessing is part of life. Listen, a lot of life is an educated guess. We in our society, we allow 17 and 18-year-olds to decide their major as they're entering college. That's their vocation for the remainder of their life. And we let them decide. It's a best guess. We don't force them into a particular career path or field. We allow them, we put the power in their hands to do the best guess. Now, another hand raise emoji. If you are working in the field that you have a degree for, if you're working in the field that you have a degree for, put your hand up. If you're not, keep your hand down. If you're like me, you're 2 careers away from what you graduated with. 2 careers completely away. I have a bachelor's of science and engineering technology. I had a full career in IT, which isn't exactly what my degree was. And now I'm in another career in media and content creation, and I'm a media pastor. I'm not doing what my degree was in. I'm doing something totally different. The point is, I needed the data from those experiences in order to get to where I am currently. But when it comes on to content, what if there's a way that you could stop guessing? In fact, what if I told you, as the title of the live today suggests, that your data, the information, the information that would help you to go from guessing to assurance, that the data is actually screaming at you. The data is actually yelling at you. It's saying, do this. Your audience wants this. When you do this, this happens. Stop doing this. What if your data is screaming at you, but you have never tuned in to their show, your data's show, your data's channel, your data's frequency. You're not tuned into it. You've never consulted it. You've never looked at it. The analytics for your channel gives you data-driven confidence. Oh, I love this. I love to see your comments. I'm going to get to some of your comments in just a second. Most creators operate on goosebumps. Most creators operate on, I think, I feel, my opinion is. Most creators operate off of, I feel like this video was good. But successful business owners operate based on data. Yeah. Successful. I need the data. Come on, Darius O'Kane. My master's is in learning and development. Tracy is saying, I'm now teaching a different topic. LOL. Hey, listen, you bring everything that your entire lived experience to bear when you get into this content world. Creators operate based off of feeling. Unfortunately, a lot of creators, and I want to say a lot of people across the board. Feeling is a part of who God made us to be. He gave us feelings. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't, consult your feelings and check in with your feelings every now and again, but just understand that your feelings are meant to be led. Your feelings aren't meant to lead you. And when you have the emphasis on the wrong syllable, you will get the results that you're not looking for. A good friend of mine says that first things suffer when they're made second. And alternatively, second things suffer when they're made first. Feelings are not meant to be first. Feelings are meant to be second. Data, information is meant to be first. When you have more information, you can make a proper decision. You can actually craft a better strategy. You can come to a correct conclusion. If you don't, parents do this all the time. I've 4 siblings, so including me, that's 5 of us in the house growing up. And you can imagine with 5 of us, there was all kinds of stories and things that my parents had to sort out. And they always practiced this principle of reserving comment or judgment until they had all the information. When they got all the perspectives, when they got all the information, when they heard it from all the different sides, which took a lot of time. I don't know how they did this. I got to give them glory and honor. With 5 kids, God bless them. But once they had all the data, that's when they would share their perspective. That's when they would say their decision. That's when they would come to a conclusion, an action plan, a course of forward progress. What they felt was the best based on the information that they had. And this is what successful businesses operate on data. Analytics for your channel removes anxiety. What if I told you that? See, whenever we hear the term analytics, we go into these other spaces where it's like, oh man, I can never understand the analytics. There's just a lot of numbers back there. But what if I told you that analytics removes anxiety? What if I told you that analytics will share with you what you should make next? What if I told you that analytics helps to give you clarity and predictability in your business growth? Your content business growth. Analytics is not a dirty word. It's not a degree. It's not a math assignment. Analytics is information. And your success matrix on this platform called YouTube is going to be won or lost based on the amount of information you have. I was just talking with some friends of ours who were over at the house, and we were saying the person who is more obsessed about providing transformation for their watching audience wins. The person who's more intentional, the person who is more concerned, the person who dives deeper, the person who understands the reason behind the reason behind the reason behind the reason, that person or entity or organization wins because they're serving the whole person at a deeper level. And if you're doing that, you have to have information. You have to have data. The analytics is not a dirty word. Analytics removes anxiety, gives clarity, and charts a course toward predictability in your growth. Stop guessing what your audience wants. It just occurred to me that some of you are making videos and has no bearing in terms of what your audience wants. You're making videos on what you want. And so for some of you, just that one statement is a lesson. Yes, your videos should meet a need. Your videos should have a target audience and a value proposition. You should be looking to help someone with your videos, but you don't have to guess at what your audience wants. The data is trying to help you. And if you struggle with understanding how the data is trying to help you, this masterclass that we're going to go to, data-driven confidence, I should have gone to that way long ago. This masterclass that we're going to have is going to teach you to read the mind of your viewer using analytics. He's going to teach you to read the mind of your viewer using analytics. So every move you make is calculated for success. Does that interest you? Is that something that you could use as you go into 2026 for your content, for your business, for your brand, for what it is you're doing out in these streets? Analytics is not a dirty term. It's not a dirty word. It's not a dirty phrase. Some of you have been watching and have been coming and hanging out with me all week long, and you have not bought your ticket for the masterclass. I don't know why. I don't know what else I need to say. Listen, I've even made the videos this week into its own little playlist. I'm even sharing, I'm putting the titles on there. I'm using a different thumbnail. I'm trying to show you what's going to be in the masterclass with the videos. And I see you out there. See Michelle Jones Harrison over on Facebook. Love it. Love it. Thank you so much. Action plan is important. Let me see if I can catch some of these other comments. Mark Woolard says, anyone here? I want to say a word of apology for several of you guys because I was delayed in getting on the live today. Good day, fam. You have me over here redoing my strategy and approach, and I am loving it. I will be back in your area after the first of the year. Looking forward to catching up. Oh man, Darius, okay, let's make sure we put something on the calendar so that we can definitely catch up with one another. Tracy, always good to have you. Thank you so much for being here. And for those that are watching, you see that blue wrench on Tracy's handle right there. It's because she's one of my moderators on this channel, and we're always excited to have her. These next few comments are people raising their hand saying that they would want to know all the information. They would want to know all the information. I love this. I love to see this. I love to see these responses in the chat. It's always good. It's 15 of you guys are on the live today, and we're excited that you're with us. Yeah. This is my favorite statement in Scrum meetings. I need the data. I need the data. I need the data. Gotta have the data. The data is going to give us insight and perspective and wisdom on what we should do next. Good afternoon to you as well, Park Bras. Always good to have you. Analytics, man. Listen, data-driven confidence. Data-driven confidence. Data-driven confidence is what it's all about. Data-driven confidence creates a scenario where your every move is calculated for success. Data-driven confidence is confidence that's rooted in understanding the back end, demystifying it, taking the training wheels off, and helping you to understand what your data is actually telling you that could be the difference maker between 150 views and 200,000 views. These are the things that I believe will make 2026 different for your content journey than 2025. And this is why I wanted to give you this opportunity to get into the masterclass. Let me say this about the masterclass. The masterclass is there. It's available on my website. You can buy, your ticket. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. You can buy your ticket here on the website. It's good. It's there. But the masterclass is actually, I did a poll inside my community, and that poll, I did a poll inside the community. Let me actually see if I can go to that poll. Let's see if we can go to it. Just for your, let's see here. Which one is first? Which one first? Okay, so this is the poll. You can see that the poll is here, and I asked StreamYard workflow, Ecamm workflow, YouTube success, digital footprint. We are relaunching our monthly masterclass series. It will be on Sunday evening, once a month, starting in December. Help me decide which platform or topic I should cover first by voting below. Overwhelmingly, people voted for YouTube. Thank you, everyone that voted. Truly appreciated and helpful. Seems we're doing YouTube success first. Masterclass will be Sunday, December 21st, 4 p.m. Central Time. I'll set up registration ASAP. And so that's exactly what we did, right? That's exactly what we did. And then this is where people can register for the masterclass inside the community. I want to show you this number. You see this number right here where my mouse is? It says 67. That's the amount of people that are in my community. So there are already a number of people that are going to be able to go to this masterclass. They're already there. They're already going to be in the masterclass. I'm live on YouTube today because I want to give you an opportunity. I have over 12,000 subscribers on my channel. I have 67 members in my community. Over 12,000 people on my channel. I want to give you an opportunity. I have 2,000 or so followers on Facebook, another couple thousand on LinkedIn, and I'm streaming to both of those platforms right now. I want to give you guys an opportunity to come to the masterclass. KirkRNugent.com/masterclass will get you in. If you're a member in the community, you get access to other things too, like the replay of the masterclass. So if you want replays of the masterclass, you can join the community and pay $47 for the masterclass. So it's actually a little bit cheaper. Community members should have a perk, right? So the community members that are at the standard level pay $9 a month. And so for them, it's $47. But for my community members that are at the premium level, they pay $45 a month at the premium level. There's a meetup every Wednesday for those premium members. For standard members, it's every other Wednesday. For those premium members, there's a meetup every Wednesday. There's a Q&A session, hot seat session, masterclass session. That's this one. And then there's a tech and tools session. Those are the 4 different sessions. We have one Wednesday every month. These sessions, $45 a month for premium members. Those premium members get those sessions along with other benefits like this that you're going to right now. Oh, my guy, Anthony Corns is on the live. Always love to see you on here, man. Always appreciate you. But I just want to give you guys I wanted to give you that window into the world. That's why I went live Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and now Wednesday. 4 times this week, I'm here sharing with you something that I hope will be meaningful, something that I hope is impactful. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go live tomorrow, but I definitely will go live on Friday, and I'll definitely go live again. Guess what? Even on Sunday, to make sure that you guys get an opportunity to come to the masterclass. David Hunt, my moderator, one of the moderators on the channel is sharing with you the link to the masterclass. If you want the discount, then go to kirkrnugent.live/school, and you can join the membership there, and you can get the discount. Members get a discount. There should be a thing for members. I want to go back to the beginning. And I want to go back because several of you have joined since we started, and I want to make sure that you're catching this. I told the whole story about my parents and how they were having to figure out, different things. They needed more data. I talked about a coaching client we're trying to chart the course forward for what their offer should be, what their target audience should be, how they should craft their messaging around some of the things that they're doing. And we needed more data. It's very rare in life that you don't want to have more data. It's very rare that you find yourself in a scenario where an additional context and information is not going to help. Content is no different. Content is no different. Most creators operate on feelings. I feel like this video was good. I feel my opinion is. That's the space that many creators exist in. But I want you to see this contrast that business owners operate on data. Business owners operate on data, and content creators should too. That's why the YouTube back end is replete. It is filled with data points that you can track to understand things about your audience. Your audience is constantly communicating with you. We had an episode of the podcast, How It All Works podcast. It drops every Sunday at noon Central Time, Lord's time zone. We had an episode of the podcast where we were talking about the fact that your audience is talking to you. They've been talking to you. Whether they are commenting or liking or subscribing or not, they're talking to you with the way that they're interacting with your content. And you know who's tracking that? Man, if you have been on platform for at least 2 months and you've been dropping a video every week, right? Which means you have somewhere in the neighborhood of about 8 videos on platform. That is a sweet spot. This is why consistency is so critical and it's so important, because you can't get the data. Oh man, this is good. I might need to save some of this. You can't get the data. You can't get the insights and perspectives from the data unless you actually have content. I've run into that in so many different scenarios. It's like, well, what should I do best? I'm like, the best thing for you to do right now is to put out more content, because you don't have enough content to even get a baseline for what's working. 8 videos out there, not 8 videos that are done over the course of a year. I'm saying 8 videos that are consecutive, one after the next, after the next, after the next. And then you'll start to begin to get a picture of what your data is trying to tell you. Successful business owners operate off of data. Understanding analytics removes anxiety of what should I make next. Clarity and predictability in your business growth could be missing because you haven't looked at the data. I just want to call you to stop guessing what your audience wants. Stop guessing what your audience wants. This masterclass is designed to help you walk away with a clear understanding of what your data is saying. And when you understand what the data is saying, it's almost like you can read the mind of your viewer by using the analytics, so that every move you make is calculated for success. And that's it. That's all I wanted to share. That's all I wanted to share. I 22, 23 minutes. I just want to be able to share with you guys. This is where we are. This is what we're doing. I do want to come back and share something else with you. The data is screaming at you. Stop guessing. The data is screaming at you. That's the name of today's live. But I want to talk to you about the permission trap as well. That's another day. That's maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I don't know. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, we will do one on tomorrow. We'll do one on Friday. Well, Friday we'll talk about the monetization beyond AdSense. So there's still more to come. So I want you to keep it locked right here, right around midday. The permission trap, and then the monetization beyond AdSense. Y'all, it's your boy Kirk Nugent, the Geek Speaker Preacher. Come on. I love this business degree. Come on. Hey, your boy is excited about this masterclass. I really, it's crowdsourced. I showed you something today that I don't even know if you caught it, but hopefully you did. It's crowdsourced. I didn't come up with this topic on my own. I went to my audience and I asked them, which one do you think we should do first? And overwhelmingly, everybody said YouTube. So that's where we are. That's what we're doing. That's why we're putting it out here. And I've done the work to ensure that more than just my community, the 67 members of my community, can attend the masterclass. I've done the work to ensure that anybody who's in my followers, in my sphere of influence, if you are interested in having this kind of skill set, if you're interested in leveraging YouTube in a way that isn't hobbyist, right? You're making this into one of your clear on-ramps into your ecosystem for you to be able to grow and engage an audience, funnel clients to your business, establish yourself as a thought leader in your space. Let's lock in for the YouTube Success Masterclass. It's your boy, Kirk Nugent, the Geek Speaker Preacher. Thankful for your time and attention today. We'll see you around these internet streets or in the next video. Grace and peace, fam.